What's up, everybody? On today's episode, we're going to dive deeper into what's going on with the GTI's engine. All right, so I'm just going to get to it. I've already started to disassemble the bottom end of the engine, getting ready to drop the oil pan. I'm beginning to fear that we have spun a bearing. I drained the oil. It looked not great. And so now I'm beginning to wonder how long we've been driving on a potentially spun bearing slash if I purchased this engine with a spun bearing. I inspected everything before I put it together, but I've also come a long way since then. I've learned a lot more. We all make mistakes. I'm not trying to shy around the fact that I probably have overlooked something. It is what it is. It's a learning experience. No need to be discouraged. We're going to power through this. We're going to see what's going on and we will fix it. So let's go. All right, should be all the bolts.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit. There it goes. Oh, my poor engine. Oh. There it is. Here's our oil. It's definitely streaky, but can't find any chunks of anything. I think we might have to pull some caps and see what's going on. Well, guys, as I feared, I pulled off cylinder 1 because I heard the most noise on the passenger side. Rod bearing cap looks good. There are no sort of scorch marks on it. However, can't say the same for the rod bearing. There's our rod bearing. I guess the silver lining to all this is, we didn't find any large chunks, large flakes, shrapnel, scrap in the oil pan. However, the rod bearings have indeed left the chat. Again, the back side doesn't look terrible. Front side is completely just not what you want to see. So, we're at a crossroads. I can stick a new engine in this car, or stick a new bottom end in the car. Hope for the best, go through and clean what I can. The thing is, I really don't want to scrap our top end, our head, because I've done a lot of work to it. It has new rockers and lifters. It's been decked, it's been cleaned, it's been carbon cleaned. It has new valve stem seals. It has all new timing components. But I really don't want to just throw an entire new engine in this car because of all the work I've done in general, but especially to the head. The head is good. Or we go completely engine out, engine on the stand, take everything apart and just rebuild and, chem bath everything. It's going to be the long route. I need to sit down and do the numbers and figure out what makes the most sense with this car moving forward. This is a huge bummer, but I'm not going to be overly discouraged. This sort of stuff happens. This was a junkyard engine, and perhaps not rebuilding everything from the bottom up during the first go around. That's on me. That's a big oversight by me. But it's all a learning experience, moving forward. If I ever do one of these conversions for a customer, now I know. We just need to rebuild the entire engine. I'm not gonna get down to the dumps about it. Again, this sort of stuff happens. It's been an amazing year with this car. I launched my YouTube channel. I got to go to Wookiees in the Woods. I got to go to Helen. The car kept running, which is the crazy thing. VR6s, guys, they're stout little engines. Whoa, outfit change, and I got a haircut. Before I continue, I do want to stop the video 1 second just to say, if you guys want to support the channel, there's 2 things you can do. One, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. It's a really big help. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff that I honestly don't really understand. But number 2, I have stickers for sale. So we have the 94 Co logo. We have the Dubber Dad logo. We have the I Did It All for the Wookiee. we got the bag it out, and we've got the emotion greater than speed. I'm going to be selling these as a pack. All 5 stickers I'm going to be selling for $21, mailed to your address. I understand that that's more than what a lot of stickers cost, but also keep in mind I do all this work myself. I get the vinyl, I print them myself, I weed them, I put them on transfer tape, I do everything myself. So if you would like to help me get this car running again, consider buying a 94 Co sticker pack. It's a huge help, and then you can show all your friends that you have cooler stickers than them. Back to the video. But it's been an amazing year, and I've gotten to meet so many of y'all who have commented and who have subscribed. You know, my online presence has grown, which, you know, fame and notoriety isn't everything, but it also feels really nice just to see my hard work acknowledged, and to have all these people from all over the world reaching out to me and for advice, or just reaching out to say, hey man, good job, you're an inspiration. That means the world to me. If you're one of those people who has reached out and has had something nice to say, I really, really appreciate it. This won't be the last you see of this car, but it's going to be down for a while I kind of figure out next steps. I'm in a very fortunate situation where I have 2 other cars that I can drive in the meantime and tote little Oscar around. So it's not the end of the world. And take this as a learning experience to all of you guys who are out there who are wrenching either for the first time or for the 1001st time. You can always learn, you can always get better, you can always do better, and just learn from your mistakes. Overall, I don't view this as a huge mistake. It is what it is. It's all nuts and bolts. It can be fixed, it can be rebuilt, but it's gonna take me some time to figure out what the best course of action is. Now is as good a time as ever to reveal what the car looks like moving forward, engine service aside, but the air ride is coming off. My beautiful OZ Futuras are unfortunately going to come off, and they will be listed for sale. I know in a previous video I said they're for my forever wheels, but show season this year has taught me one thing, well, 2 things, but they kind of go hand in hand. One, it ain't about the shows for me anymore. It's about the people and getting to see my friends from last year's shows, etc., etc. But 2, the thing that I love the most about shows is driving. Tearing up mountain roads, tearing up back roads, having a blast, driving a slow car fast. There's nothing like it. And so it's time to turn this thing into a mountain carver. The air ride's coming off, the Futuras are coming off, the camber's getting pulled out. We're gonna do chassis mods, we're gonna do suspension mods, we're gonna do some new wheels with hopefully some big meaty tires. This thing is going to turn into my vision of the perfect canyon carver / cruiser, because at the end of the day, I just wanna hop in this thing and I just wanna drive it. I don't care about hard parking as much now as I used to. By no means am I trying to knock on bags. I think Bag Riders with their new super low line of bags has done a bang up job on creating the perfect bag for this car. They ride incredible, but I can't help but wonder if I'm just leaving a little bit on the table. And a lot of that is chalked up to big wide wheels, lots of camber, and stretch tires. You know, it's been a fun 5 or 6 years on air. I've met some amazing people. I've done some really cool things with the car, and I've seen some other amazing cars, but those of you who know me and know this car, you know, this thing goes through phases, and I think it's time for the next phase. So that's gonna do it for this video. If any of you guys have a 3.6, a good 3.6, or even perhaps a low mileage 3.6 that's jump time that has a good bottom end, please reach out to me. I would be very interested in picking that up for you if the price is right. But stay tuned, I'll try and update you guys. Follow my Instagram if you don't. That's where you're gonna see the most updates on this car. Hopefully I'll have some more exciting news about the car here in the not so distant future. So stay tuned, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.